Wow, has it really been 2 months since the last video? That's kinda cringe. I've been reading all your comments. You know, some of you love the memes, others, you know, you're not so keen. That's fair enough, because as a creator, I get to disappoint everybody equally. So here's what's coming up in today's cast, where everybody gets a Derp award, and the MVP goes to a static piece of terrain.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Take everything he owns.
Die!
I don't like sand. It gets everywhere.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Righto, what's going on here? Oh!
Sir, I'm arrested. Oh! Oh!
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Hey, Morty, Jessica, what's up? I'm begging for help. I'm screaming for help. Please come let me out.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Memecast. Today, as you can see, we are playing on the glorious Paradise Bay, which is kind of like a mini gap, a little mini aggressive gap. There's quite a lot of reclaim, it's dotted around the map. We got mountains, we got islands, we got beaches, some very nice sandy beaches here for you to go vacationing on. And we got two teams, as you might expect. Now, this is a T3 team, the T3 Discord, and this is up against a French stack today. And it's not particularly balanced, but I guarantee you this will be one of the best/worst meme games you have ever seen in your life. Now, if you can see, there's somebody up here in this very sexy blue UEF comm. Look at those blue UEF shoulder pads there. And you might think, wait, is this glorious blue codpiece you? It is! I am actually in this game, and yet somehow I don't know how it ends. So the big-brained people watching, and I know a lot of you viewers are very big-brained, may be able to work out that things don't go as planned for me in this game, which I might add was played at 1 in the morning. My ally here, Wamu, is this is an interesting build. He is already mid. He is actually crushing down the trees there on his way to the middle already. He's rushing for this bit of reclaim. Unfortunately, I'm not quite as big-brained as you might think, because I am now going to go for a drone, but I'm going to go a little bit too early. You actually want like 6 P-gens, and I've just done it a little bit too early. This NG should have been on here. I've assisted it. I'm going to stall E. It's going to be a disaster. Elsewhere on the map, what do we got? Well, we've got the lowest rated player down here. This is the obese King of Greece in an excellent pink. He is the lowest rated player. He's playing very well with those things, making lots of units. Next to him on Team 2, we've got Psycho. He's in the red Seraphim, strolling forth. He's making a whole bunch of land factories, very aggressive. 2 comms rushing to the mid. We've got Nizar, who's very, very close to being a slur, and Tony, we'll just call him Tony, under the water here. He's playing UEF. They are both rushing to the island. On the air slot, on the protected plateau, which seems to be more of a recurring theme these days, protected plateaus at the back for air players, with Millennium and that, and very early, this is a great chariot here, very early drop at 2 minutes 40. It's going to be Yo, and he is playing in the Aeon Commander here. Now, my glorious team of Chads, just ignore this terrible Mech Marine spam where I've left it on repeat slightly too long. Just ignore that, that didn't happen. Down here we've got Comrade Striker. Now this is a UEF faithful right here. Comrade Striker has about 1,000 games, and he has never played anything other than UEF. If you check his profile, he's played UEF every single one. What an absolute lad. Next to him we've got Banana Smoothie in her customary pink. Not playing Aeon though this time, not really sure why. But Cybran today. And on the back air slot, it's totally not a robot, but obviously he is in fact obviously a giant metal robot. So totally not a robot, but is a robot going to play in that Aeon Mirror Match air slot. Early drop gets here, and my stalled drone is very late, so not going to be doing particularly well. Second land factory, I'm making some tanks. Engineers, very sensible. Over here we've got land all day off of just a few Tech 1 mexes. I'm not sure he can afford that. Down here, Banana already has Tech 2 mexes. Striker not working. Oh, he's already finished a T2 mex as well. So there looks like Team 2 rushed a land factory, but Banana has been very cheeky here and is in fact reclaiming almost all of the rocks. So they're only going to get half the reclaim despite sending 2 commanders to none. Striker is making his way there, but he's going to arrive just a little bit too late to contest the island this time. And Banana very greedy for mexes. Look at that, queuing up all these water mexes down here. Neither air player has managed to collect their side mechs yet. It's a bit unusual. We've got 2 Chad boys here, the mech marines. But I think they're going to get mortared to death. Yes, they are. One of them did anyway. And this one doesn't look like it's going to get much done either. So that's quite an early mass investment that I made into those mech marines that absolutely not going to pay off. Talking of things which don't pay off, this drone gets immediately popped by an anti-air because I hadn't scouted it. So probably would have been more effective to go for a air factory than this drone build that I've tried today. But, you know, we're playing gap type games at 1 in the morning. There's no reason not to experiment, really. It's all good fun. Unless you're playing 1v1, where I've learned that building a wall of PD from my base to the enemy base is apparently considered a dick move. So this two commander rush to the middle for this free real estate here for the island is going to be effective at taking the island, but in doing that, they've somewhat neglected their naval capacity. We've got Tony here, he's rushing Tech 2 Navy, but with no units, which is incredibly dangerous, especially versus a Cybran with 3 Tech 1 naval factories rushing units. And if this gets spotted, he could be in trouble there. If it doesn't, of course, and he gets it up, then good for him. I'm going for a Tech 2 upgrade. I really like Tech 2 on the UEF com. It's very strong, I feel. Some good mechs is being collected. You can see that Team 2, Yo, has managed to take and hold this high plateau up here. Very tall. So map control mostly, I would say, in Team 2's favour right now with this mountain and this plateau, but they are losing some units to these subs. The naval harassment is real. Whammo doing a good job of fighting this mantis ball, to be honest. We're going to have a gun versus T2. Classic matchup. So we're going to have a gun and a naked versus a T2 and a naked versus a gun and a naked. So, or stock if you want to see it like that. The classic matchup. This mech's down here still not been taken. If you haven't played this kind of a map, it might be difficult to see that it's really there, so we won't blame Yo for it too much. Mass-wise, let's have a look. It's actually pretty close. Team 2 with a slight lead there, but it's pretty close. And there's definitely just a lot more units for Team 2. They've just been much more aggressive with their units. And despite that, they've got more eco as well, so I think that's probably just because of fudged build here, and this interesting order probably stalled for a long time as well. I'm actually taking a lot of damage here. It's slightly concerning. Hello friend, please help. You're not allowed to attack my comm while I'm upgrading, that's illegal. Taking a lot of fire from these Medusas as well. But I'm going to stay there and take it in the face, because I want my T2 upgrade. I'm just going to assert dominance by standing in your weapons fire. And there's been a bit of a massacre down here. The sub has actually even been surfaced to provide more DPS. Don't see that very often. But yeah, there's working on Destroyer. It would be possible to force fire this and actually prevent this from coming up. That would actually possibly be the best solution. But it looks like they're going to be attacking the naval yard. If they can get that down, It was probably quite close actually. They probably nearly killed it at Tech 1. Tech 2 PD going up in the middle, exactly what you would expect. Triad is probably a little bit too far forwards, to be honest. Wamu should probably be, we should probably be in different positions, right? I should probably be behind, he should probably be in front. Otherwise I'm going to be building with, this is, you don't want the Tech 2 comm to be fighting with gun and the Tech 1 comm to be building. It should be the other way around, really. But it is what it is. Did that Tech 2 yard go down? Yes, it did. So, excellent there. The sub's still on the surface. Not particularly smart to keep your subs on the surface in combat with frigates. This is the cheekiest thing I've probably ever seen. You snipe a Tech 2 naval yard and you try to reclaim it yourself. Banana's greed for reclaim knows no bounds. Up in the top here, well, T2 comm still going against gun. There's quite a few Tech 1 PD right now, finishing, I don't know, this is not a smart move. I think that's trying to block the fire, but clearly the gunshots went straight through the factory, so that didn't work. Finishing the Tech 2 PD is probably the best move right now. So just finish the T2 PD, make another T2 PD, whatever you do, just don't stand idle. Just queue up a couple of T2 PDs behind the Tech 1 and should be okay there now. 2 comms to 1 as well. This island firmly in the second team's hands. But we're kind of suiciding quite a few frigates here into these torp launchers, but I like how we're evenly distributing our DPS. It's big brain. My comm is idle, which is terrible. But what I'm actually doing is just taking a break here, allowing the fires to burn themselves out. That's actually the plan here. Obviously, I should be just building Tech 1 PD to replace these. But I've been idle so long that it's kind of like I'm asking my ally to fight with this ACU whilst he builds. Because again, I'm at the front and he's back. But this is quite difficult to coordinate. He doesn't want to go and fight a gun comm. We can just kill him. But not if it's a 1v1 like this. This is not helping. And there's no Tech 1 PDs left. Instead of doing this, I should literally, instead of trying to walk away from a gun comm, which is never going to work, I really should just be building PD. And Psycho Ad with the great pressure there is going to pick off my comm. We could definitely just kill him. All it needs is Wamu to walk into him and focus these on the comm. And you can see they are focusing the comm right now. But for some reason they then decide that these Tech 1 units are more interesting. Otherwise we could literally have just killed the comm. But instead he's going to cancel gun for the 3rd or 4th time and walk in the other direction. The naval aggression here has been shooed away, but not without setting the navy of Team 2 back quite a long way. And with that, with me dead there, it's down to my glorious team of Chads to win out. Of course I trust them. Which is why at this point I decided to go to bed and leave them to it. Obviously if you... oh, look at that, sick bomber. It's not going to do much damage, but he's got so much regen now as well. I'm not sure what this bank is going to be. Like, if you're going to build PD, you want to build it where you need it rather than a long way back. This bomber actually get quite a lot of damage off on this comm. It's got like 3 or 4 bombs dropped already. That's actually quite good value. But if it's obviously just left to regen, then there's not a lot of point. T2 engineers moving out now for Tony to the naval yard. But if we look here, Banana has already completed a destroyer. Those Cybran destroyers rolling off the conveyor belt. And so much more navy for Team 1. I feel like they could just crush immediately if they really wanted to. This Tech 1 bomber is still absolutely savage, like absolutely incensed that it must go over after the comm here. Very aggressive Tech 1 bomber. Excuse me, Mex, why are you not taken? But what can I say? I'm already dead. Tech 2 engineers being picked off here. Banana being very aggressive again, just throwing these frigates in. But there's so many torp bombers now. And no orders given, so they will kind of just derp around. Cyber frigates are good, but they're not good enough to kill an equal number of torp bombers. They're not that good. Striker, however, does not like the look of this fight, so he's going to retreat his entire navy all the way back to his base. Another naval yard pickoff. Oh, savage. Banana is just so aggressive. I love it. Wamu is fighting with his... he finished his gun. He's getting good value for it. He's got 28 kills. That's pretty good going. He's... I like how he threw shade at me for that there. What a savage. To the disrespect. Spectacular play after I said GG and everything. Like a nice person. Without being too mean, things could have gone a little bit differently if he had used his comm to fight instead of derping backwards and forwards and starting and cancelling gun a whole bunch of times. TMD going up in the base, Tech 2 power, very sensible. We've got torp bombers en masse from the... so this is how I thought it would do. You've like one hardcore Navy player and then one Navy support player who makes some air. Is that what's going to be copied here? Maybe. Yes, kind of. Banana obviously has two bases, but if we look at the eco... 124... Yeah, it's about right, I would say. Losing some mexes up here though, not fantastic. With so many Tech 1 bombers, Wamu is just... He's Tech 1 bomber crazy. He's building this enormous line of PD as well that's like in the middle of his mexes. Not to be too harsh, but if you're going to do that, build them with your allies' PD. Why would you put them so far back? It would be better to have one here than 5 here. Like concentrated defenses is pretty good. This poor frigate is about to have a very bad day. Immediately levitates out of the water when hit. We will try to avoid making any references to sinking Russian ships, because a large proportion of the FAF player base is of course Russian, and we don't want them to get too upset. We'll try to avoid that. Yo is up to T3 air. He is making his first ASF. Robot is, well, he's up to T3 air as well. He's got a couple of ASF out, so very, very similar, except that obviously the Team 2 down here did manage to get a whole bunch of naval yards out, a whole bunch of torp bombers out, and they really did change that naval game. They were under a huge amount of pressure. Talking of under pressure, the players at the front here are having to get nano and shields everywhere. Obese King is actually turtling his way forwards. Look at this lovely symmetrical base. I'm not sure why. He actually has no mass and 1,000 overflow power, and he is building more power. That is a pretty questionable decision, and it's obviously not fantastic, but he wants this base to look like a nice sim city to intimidate his opponents.
Wait a minute!
Did you see that? Look at the eco.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
So here we are 20 seconds ago in totally not a robot space, and all of his mechs just explode. Now, I once deleted my ACU whilst trying to upgrade RAS, and since then I've set up a new keyboard where the delete button and the rest of my FAF hotkeys are in two Venn diagram circles which never meet. I just want to point out, if you're a new player, that having additional power next to your shields does not make the shields any stronger. It just reduces the E cost. This destroyer picking off some engineers. It's already got 1,400 mass killed, which is pretty good going for a destroyer. It's almost paid for itself already. But Tony now has destroyers as well. And we've got a push of Tech 2 units here. Going to be supported by Psycho's comm by the looks of things. He has picked up the nano upgrade, which makes him a very chonky boy. This gun nanocom is a real favourite. It's very, very strong, especially if you get some veterancy. You can see he's up to 88. He can sit in. He can basically sit in Tech 1 com fire all day and not take any damage.
Take him out and take everything he owns.
Die!
What's going on?
This is the Seraphim way of doing things, the Nano. It's very, very strong. This base looks pretty hardy, actually. A lot of engineers behind it. If this second shield comes up as well, I think it will be able to hold. No, the overcharge actually goes through the shield. The blast range of the overcharge kills off that shield, and that's going to be a forced T2 cancel. We've also got naval pressure down here, so we'll just we've got a whole bunch of naval pressure coming in. We have a naval fight. At the same time, we've got a battle up here. This Psycho is up to 94 health a second. He might be able to get the kill here. He's pushing in. Wamu's in trouble. The shots are going straight through the radar. Juicy radar target there. But, yeah, he can probably get the kill, finish him off. Psycho's being a bit greedy. He's standing in a lot of turrets, and these PD turns out to actually be the biggest brain play of all. He's in a really bad position now. He might need to force a trade. Psycho is going absolutely YOLO. There's Tech 1 turrets now as well, and the Tech 2 turrets. I think Psycho might be about to bow out here. Well, he just gets reduced to a pile of scrap there. Meanwhile, Tech 2 subs are going to... Tech 2 torp launchers are going to be wailing on these poor destroyers. These poor destroyers, look. Destroyers not trading effectively with mass frigate. But this one does have a lot of kills already. Whilst that's been happening, though, the subs have been overrunning here, and they're killing off the Tech 2 engineers. Why are these all Tech 2 engineers? Just mass Tech 2 engineer assist. Mass Tech 2 UEF engineer. So he used the engineer that traded across to get Cybran. So he deliberately went for Cybran Navy with a UEF comm. So he asked for those units to be moved across. And this is really expensive, losing these. The PD on the beach, though, we got a clink hammer on the beach off of basically just Tech 2 mexes. That's been around for a while as well. Very expensive way of defending, but oh no, sorry, T3 mechs up for Tony. Sorry. Sorry, Tony. T3 mechs up there. More PD on the beach. Janus, no, sorry, torp bombers here. This one's seen better days. It's a giant fixed wing at the back. More like a rudder. We finally have some cruisers out. And Team 1 up here. Look at this! Banana has aggressively taken the entire island. Just slurped up all the mexes.
It's free real estate.
And again, the destroyers wailing on this base here. Are they going to get through? Yes, they are, by the looks of things. If that artillery goes down, this costs about the same as a destroyer, by the way. So if these go down, it's very expensive. A repair tried, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Still no relief given to this base. Poor King of Greece here. And we've got some Nothers up in the corner doing some cheeky business on these mexes. This run by, I don't think that's going to work. That's probably a bit more of a mass donation, to be honest. And the destroyers appear to be stuck. Unless this is a fusion destroyer, you know, like they combined. Yeah, then it has double the amount of guns. No. They're just stuck. Now obviously the Cyber destroyer can go onto the land here. But they don't seem to be doing that. They seem to be slightly confused. There's so many of them. There's 5 to 6 destroyers now. Perhaps we should assume that they are Anakin Skywalker destroyers, and they just do not want to be anywhere near that beach.
I don't like sand. It gets everywhere.
I'm going to have to ask Banana why there was no attack here. Oh dear. Was that slightly confusing? This could have been wiped out there, really, just by moving up onto the land a bit. Instead, we're going to have a attack down here, but it's only Bananas moving in, not Strike, and double teaming your opponent here would be much more effective. I think the Cyber Destroyers actually have more range than the Seraphim, but they're obviously not as accurate because they don't have the beams. And air cover is being given. We've got Titans on the field for Banana, who's using the UEF here, making these Titans. Do love to see some Titans, but running into a fortified base like this is not really the thing they're best at. They want to be behind your opponent if you can. They're fantastic raiding units. And the Beast King agrees, is just upgrading all of his Cyber shields here. Sniper bots at the front now. That's a good play. A lot of fire from these destroyers. And no attempt by Nizar to come and prevent this, so they're just going to be wailing on him all day. Robot is sending a lot of energy. That must be for an upgrade. I don't see where Banana's comm is. It's here. It has no upgrade, so... nope, it's for a battleship. Banana is making a battleship. And this is actually nice, like a combined push with the Navy, drawing down the shields. Like, that's pretty good. Come under the shields, destroy the shields from within, except they're not quite getting there. This is a good push. Going for the power should be. So that base would have been overrun, but in fact the sniper bots back off, more units come in, and although the defenses get taken down, the base holds, and more Seraphim destroyers being built up underneath that. If we look at the mass income, Team 2 is a long way ahead now, 200 mass ahead. Mercies, you absolutely, you filthy tryhard robot. His comm isn't even there. That's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. Anti-nuke started, and that's because down here, oh no, a nuke, there's a nuke. Yo has started a nuke. I'm not sure why, but he has started a nuke. It's a great play. There's no anti, and you've got to think on this map, if you land a nuke on the enemy air player, that's probably it, right? Now the question is, will they be able to finish the anti first? Robot has got so much eco. He's got almost as much as Banana has on 2 bases. Despite losing every mechs, he is actually up to T3 and has pretty decent eco now. We can just go and check the range here. I think that will finish the range of the anti. So actually, there's kind of a lot of options. Banana also has an anti-nuke. Can still nuke this. Banana's anti-nuke is not loaded. But the eco is really scaling away from Team 1. They've still got Tech 1 mexes up here, look. T1 and T2 mexes compared to, you know, ringed T2 and T3. These are all T3 with, you know, mass generators around them. So very imbalanced in the eco slot there. Some good scouting coming through. Robot getting a good scout. What's he going to see? Well, he's going to see... They already know about the nuke. That one flies straight into the ASF, so that will be the end of that. But they basically see all the units. It's kind of a difficult decision because you think, well, we can do damage here with our units, or we can maybe push. The problem is that all of that mass they dropped before has been reclaimed into more naval units. That's obviously terrible for Team 1. Especially with the sniper bots bullying the poor Titans. This is probably a good solution, just, you know, counter with missile ships. Well, we got the battleshippers out. The battleship will surely sort this out, right? But it might be better to use that to push navy. That battleship is basically good against everything they have. Striker is on the move with his comm. He has made the drone. Whammu says, do they have nuke? Well, Whammu, you can see it on the map. Yes, they definitely have a nuke. You can look at their base. Zooming out is a thing. I'm not salty about him, you know, definitely not salty about him giving me shade. I'm not salty, I played pretty badly. My comm was AFK. I wasn't playing very well. Wasted a bunch of mass. Made some poor move decisions. Probably could have just made Tech 1 PD and killed the guy. Didn't target the PD. The list goes on. But we live and learn. This battleship is in fact going to wreck this army, I think. Meanwhile, of course, there's a fight down here. Striker is going to take Nizar's army, his naval army, sorry. And it's about even, I would say. This is the stereotypical UEF Seraphim matchup. You've got the UEF sitting under their shield boats versus the superior range Seraphim ships. And of course the Seraphim can dodge very easily whilst the UEF cannot. Can't dodge the beams. There are Riptides mixed in. I love that play. I love the Riptide in the Navy. Pretty expensive, but they're strong. And on the other side, Banana brings her Navy in. It's going to be a two-pronged Navy attack, so if they start doing well over here, all of this damage is going to come anyway. But there's a Ravager on the beach. This is absolute Chad levels of turtle. What can man do against such reckless turtling as this? And I think that's going to be all she wrote for those Cybran destroyers. Yeah. They don't really do well against Ravagers on the beach. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Cybran destroyer, by the way, has like the coolest looking anti-air, this massive flak cannon. But it's actually not very effective. The nuke is out. Where is the nuke going? Well, that red line is going here. It's an edge nuke. That's quite well placed, I would say. And Striker may just die here, to be honest. That's placed very well. Unless the nuke goes slightly out of range, it strays into Banana's SMD. No, it does not. Will Striker survive? Ooh, it was close, but he lives. So, fair nuke there. Let's have a look at the mass damage. 14k, so yeah, didn't actually pay for itself. This probably would have been better. Or even the army and then move in. This 4 mexes, I mean, it's not bad. The only reason it didn't pay for itself so well is because Striker had such poor eco in the first place. Two battleships now. And that's it, drag them over the cruisers. Excellent. Airfight here, and Robot gets a fantastic turn. That's going to be a decisive win there. He manages to cut his opponent's ASF numbers almost in half. Obese King is saying, can you please help Top? Well, you don't need to be fighting here necessarily. Obese King starts a spider at the front. Again with this template. I don't understand the fetish for Tech 2 power there, but he is making it work for him. And Banana retreats the battleships up north instead of crushing the naval yards. I feel like crushing this naval yard. Especially as it's going up to T3. Oh my god, that would be an excellent pickup. An excellent pickup, crushing a naval yard going to T3. Because the battle cruisers coming out there are going to be pretty horrible to deal with. And especially since these battleships are just shooting the cliff, look. They're trying to do like the old Counter-Strike art, where you just draw something in bullets. But I'm not sure what this is. It's, yeah, not great. This, not bit artistically challenged. But then he is a Cybran, I suppose. Cybrans are artistically challenged. This is going to be a big push here, actually. There's not a lot to stop this. Yeah, battleship on the way. That will be a problem because it will outrange Banana's battleships. Again, it'd be great if the destroyers could come onto the beach. But I don't think Banana knows. There's quite a few Percys, we've got turrets, we've got Othams, but there's a lot of units here. It's, Banana is using the Navy to cut off reinforcements, which is pretty smart. But I mean, destroying this would be even more smart. That would be a much more impactful decision, I feel. As would just targeting the battleships on this. A large amount of units here, a paralyzed T2 com. He's doing a T3 Mex. What will be the answer? Well, Banana has thrown together a spider, so that is going to be the response to this army. And it looks like this T2 bank of units, the T2 PD back here, will finally get used. 5,000 mass killed on this party. Actual value there, pretty good. Second nuke is almost ready. There's another anti here, but it's not quite loaded. So we can just leave that one off for now. Just YOLOing in units one by one, not fantastic. They're actually going to get some value finally. More banks of beam boys. Meanwhile, the battleships are moving in, and it's 3v1. The poor UEF battleship down here. Imagine if they had gone for this before it finished. That would have been disgusting. Oof. So much fire being taken down here by this UEF battleship. It's getting surrounded by frigates as well. But the spider has made it under the shield, and that's some pretty good spider placement, I'd say. Just keep it under the shield, use the laser. There's really no need to... not quite enough range. Sad. But this is good, pretty good play here defensively. One battleship goes down, the second one actually finishes. The comm is still here on that Tep 2. Oh my god. Still there. They're trying to snipe the Monkey Lord. Robot gets the Monkey Lord for some reason. It's passed over there. Banana transfer. Maybe because she wants to micro the Navy, which is a pretty good decision considering that this is pretty pivotal. I'm not sure where that nuke is going. Wait, what? Really? Damn. No, oh, that nuke only got like 5k mass. It's actually not worth it. Not worth the cost of the nuke. The spider moving in here against the... Oh. Spider is moving in against the T3 army and the sniper bots, but I think it might get taken down before it actually gets them. It's going to open up the way for the the Othams down here to get rid of them. It's a shame because it's got a whole bunch of veterancy. Does just go down, so that's a lot of reclaim dumped up there. Down on the Navy, Banana has actually been successful here. The Tech 2 naval yards are dying. It's going to be a naval crush, but unfortunately look at the amount of reclaim dropped, and look at all of the Ravagers and artillery on the beach. Nizar completes an experimental. Does he now? I don't see it. Is it this? I mean, Tony, you absolute Chad going for an Atlantis. I love it. I don't see the orange experimental, honestly. That's an interesting choice. So I guess when the battleships get wounded, they come up here to farm some health off of the infinite stream of units coming past. Oh, it was a chicken. Okay, chicken complete. Pretty good decision against T3 armies. A lot of units here for Yo. He's really pushing out the units. No upgrades on the comms yet down here. T3 and... well, we've got Ras Boys on the way. So going for the long game. Definitely think that Team 1 should be trying to push this naval advantage. At least try to keep them out of the water. If they can do that, like, all of this mass is going to be... they've got to keep this mass away. Like, come and build some naval yards here, and or factories and reclaim. A Tsar planned. Another spider completed. Striker is managing to rebuild his mechs, but he's only up to 91. Speaking of low mass, Wamu here is only on 50 mass at 35 minutes. I'm not sure why that is. He's just still on T2 mexes. They're all upgrading, but extremely slowly. He must be stalling himself to death. Oh my god. Plus 50, like minus 180. That's like minus 300% eco stall. Trying to make T3 units as well. Needs to just stop the units for a minute, finish the mechs, reclaim a bit more. Because there's a lot of mass. There's 129k on the map. And the air power has shifted in the opposite direction dramatically. Robot has just gotten crushed in air, gets a bad turn, and his opponent just has a whole bunch more ASF, I think. Half of them are chilling in his base. Whilst this is happening, obviously he isn't controlling the Monkey Lord. The banana battleships now crushing into the Navy. Which one is the HQ? It's this one. Down go those torp launchers that had such good value early on. This spider completely AFK. But the naval bombardment is going to be successful. The shield trying to keep the battleships up, that's a nice touch. But the naval HQ here is going to go down by the looks of things. So they are back to Tech 1 Navy. And probably want to go for a sensitive target if they can. Because this enormous... this is just a ridiculous turtle battery right here. This is the UEF dream. Just all the guns. There's almost no point fighting that. There's so much money has gone into it. It's just artillery everywhere. If they group up their battleships with shield boats though, I feel like they could just crush anywhere they want. Up here, though, we've got 2 experimentals. We've got a spider and a chicken. And the chicken is taking some fire from the battleships, who were shooting over the hill, but are now shooting into the hill. And they're going up versus a T3 army, which is not paying attention, and a spider, which is also not paying attention. Primering the chicken, but there's a GC turns up from Totally Not a Robot, and that's going to take out the chicken. And now it will be the chicken versus the spider, and the battle is going to go to a stalemate there, as both teams try to avoid the lightning ball of doom. And this is going to be a lot of mass again dropped. Meanwhile, Robot gets absolutely cleaned up on air. Air control is now entirely in the grey team, just as they finish their Tsar, which is absolutely perfect for them. The lightning bolt definitely helped the GC there. And looks like the Tsar will be used on the Navy down here. Yeah, this is going to be pretty devastating for the Navy. There's very few cruisers. Some ASF from Robot? That's pretty good. They're going to chonk it down, half health at least. They got way more passes than they probably should have done. The Tsar down into its health at least. What happened to the cruisers? Did it queued up the cruisers? I think it did. The GC and a crab finished from Banana. That's going to be pretty effective on the land units. Flax on the beach actually doing better than you would think. At least preventing the regen. Cruisers now needed in quantity, not... And where did that Atlantis go? Did that just get cancelled? I guess it did. Psycho says run or die, and that must be to the Beast King of Greece, who is should be running from this GC. Not the battleships. You can't just beam my battleship like that. That's illegal. That's not fair. That's against the rules. Beaming 2 battleships at the price of 1 there, even better, in Ravager fire. Just still walking into the Ravagers, not massively big-brained. Another nuke out. Where's that going? Well, the nuke comes over here. One cruiser and some Tech 1 naval yards. And again with the interesting nuke choice. Every time. Team 1 really needs some SAMs. If they're not building SAMs now, they need to be asking themselves why they're not building SAMs. Robot just YOLOs all of his ASF into the Tsar, which does almost no damage at all. And they really need SAMs. Not a Duke, they need SAMs. Where is all my metal going? Ask King of Greece. He is still playing Total Annihilation, thinking he's got metal reserves. Where is it all going? Well, it's going onto his crab, probably. Hard to see from here where it's all going, but he's running a lot of hives. I guess it's going on the gateway into the boys. The Tsar's coming in. Where is it going? Well, it seems to be going after the Transcenders and the anti-air. It just beamed its own ASF though, and it gets shot down right in the middle of the base. Kills the Tech 3 land HQ, but that didn't seem like good value to me. Luckily, there's another one. Banana though has more SAMs, whole bunch of SAMs up, and more, and 100 million more well on the way. Look, there we go. But Atlantis in the bay. So the Navy has been an absolute turnaround, knocked all the way down to Tech 1, but now there's multiple Atlantis and the Tsars, and they're just cleaning up everything because it's not being microed. The battleships are just I mean, they just keep being suicided over here. Crab idle here. Could be pushing, but again, do you want to put your crab out when there's Zars about? They do enjoy eating crabs. These need to get torped, but again, they've got no ed. They've got not anywhere near enough ASF. Let's look at the air grid, because it doesn't seem like there's that much more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's an extra air grid down here. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, because he's on 2 bases. Again, another extra air grid. Mass fabs going up for Banana. That's interesting. Torp launchers. I mean, ground firing with the battleship would be a much better plan than whatever this one is doing. Did that just ground fire? If it did, that's pretty smart. I think it did, right? Yeah, pretty nice play there. Striker was clearly watching what was going on. Starts ground firing them. This Zara's got 40,000 mass killed and still not... Oh my god, it killed the crab. We're going to have to rewind and see what on earth happened there. Well, here we are back in the past, and you can see the donut comes over, and it's just going to beam this crab slowly and painfully to death.
A few moments later.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
And a Wassa comes in. Team 2 piling on the pressure. That was a bit of a YOLO with that Wassa. Gets shot down immediately though.
Are you kidding me? What on earth is this abomination?
Some very questionable Wassa targeting there. Team 1 lost their Duke earlier, but now they're trying to build an emissary and a Duke at the same time. Yeah, probably should be concentrating on one if they can. A defensive fat boy sitting here. It's just chilling, drinking a pina colada, enjoying the waves and the chill vibes. Team 2 are just so far ahead in like units, but they're not that far ahead on eco. Team 1 has actually caught back up. That's it, drag them over the SAMs. Why is there a bank of Tech 1 anti-air like this? I guess it will do some damage to the Tsar. But there's so much anti-air spam now. This is the way to deal with it. Robot loses all of his ASF again. And I guess the Navy will get menaced. The poor Sea Penis actually dies. Yeah, they're still on attack command after it's gone, so they're actually destroying their own reclaim. And damaging shields, which is unfortunate. But sometimes it's not about the mass, it's about sending a message. So this is clearly to intimidate the other team. 2 Atlantis still left. This one has actually paid for itself already. And the nuke, well, the nuke is loaded, but hasn't really got anything done. I think a nuke in here might actually be good now. Get rid of the battleship, the reclaim. Like, I actually like that now. I actually think that's a pretty good nuke. Again, you could do this same nuke here and kill all of these T3 mexes. Again, there's no defense to that. Both teams ecoing up. The GC seems to just be suiciding here. Really don't know why it's doing that. It's going for a walk. It's doing the Scott version of a walk. I'm going outside. I maybe sometime, and then it's very cold and just freezes to death out there. Robot has so many engineers. Let's have a look at this. Robot has 180 engineers there. And no units. We've got over here, well, we've got battleships in Atlantis, a battle cruiser out. More battleships on the way. So many units all clogged up in this base. Team 2 pulled back ahead in eco, although they've got so much reclaim up here to get. What happened here? Oh, this got destroyed by artillery. I missed that. So after the second Tsar, Yo did start building a emissary, and he's building it surrounded by all these transports, perhaps to camouflage it. As you can see, it does kind of look similar from above. We can see that Yo and Totally Not a Robot did actually finish their emissaries at almost exactly the same time. Look. Oh, Robot's slightly fire faster rate from the power, and his slightly better shielding just wins out there, and the emissary from Team 2 does go down. The emissary is done, and it's firing on the airbase. Oh my goodness, takes out the nuke. That's actually going to pay for itself almost immediately, that emissary. That's actually a really good call. I wouldn't really normally naturally have gone for that, but gotta say, that's a pretty good call. You're turtled in at the back here. The game is at nearly 50 minutes. I mean, I guess time to make Tech 3 artillery. We've got Crab Spider pushing here. A whole bunch of engineers slurping up this dead GC. And the same slurping up the donut. Ooh. Nearly took out the anti-nuke there. Scouts come across from Robot. That's a good scout. He gets a whole bunch of information for that. If he's paying attention, he'll see that Yo has 2 half-finished emissaries of his own. I'm not going to watch the artillery land on the base all day. Woo! Did that actually hit the transport? Striker starts teleport as a UEF. It's an interesting choice. Immediately cancels it. Is this the worst Torp snipe in the history of Torp snipes, maybe ever? There's a whole bunch of stalks come in, the Tech 2 Torp bombers, but they go after the naval yards rather than the units. If you're going to do that, just fire the nuke at them. You've already got it. Oh, you don't have it. Oh yeah, I forgot. You lost the nuke. So the Oblivion spam. My god. This is, when people say PD creep, they don't normally mean a literal line like that. They normally mean, you know, something slightly more intelligent, but it's working from Robot. He is actually defending against this this spider, believe it or not. He manages to shoo it away, but he's going to lose all the SAMs down here. They just need some units. They've got so few naval units now. Tech 1 sub spam versus destroyers is also terrible. He can base, like, literally every single shot is just he's gonna lose a sub to it. And Tech 1 subs are pretty expensive actually. Like, this is never gonna pay off. They can just see them getting deleted. Yeah, it's so expensive.
Righto, what's going on here?
Sir, I'm arrested.
Sad. Yeah. Tech 1 subspan almost never pays off unless you snipe comms with it, or it's right at the beginning of the game. That is a T3 mechs almost finished that gets killed. The sniper bot spam is extreme. They're in real trouble of potentially losing their base here. Banana has another crab. That will definitely help, but this crab is under shields. The air is spoiling for another fight, but the SAMs are going to protect Robot for now. Cruiser spam started. Very sensible. And despite putting on all this pressure, Yo has also finished 2 emissaries of his own, so the artillery is 2 each now. Striker is doing something. He's got shield T3. What's he doing? RAS? Okay, he's got an Omni here. Banana is working on, well, disruptors. So Tech 3 artillery. We've got chickens planned here for Wamu. And at the top, well, Robot is handling defense right now. He's spamming. He's making a nuke launcher here, but that's almost within range of a crab. So it's a bold strategy. We've got a huge wave of strats up here. The artillery fire is raining down. This is Banana's disruptor. Team 1's artillery really all that's able to hit back at the moment. Keep an eye on these strats in the corner. We have no idea when they're going to go, but they are going to go at some point. We've got a Scathis almost half done for King of Greece. So absolute Chad play there. Typical. Goes to mid, builds fire bases. Makes experimentals only, starts game ender. And 2 air players now, or did they just split the block? They may have just split the block in half. No, he has his own air production, so a couple of strats came in here and then changed their mind. The nuke is finished, no shield. Nuking this would actually be a pretty good call. Wouldn't leave any reclaim though, which would be pretty sad. The crab trades pretty poorly against a shielded crab, just gives a whole bunch of vet. But there's a bank of artillery that's being built within crab fire. And here come the strats. Where are they going for? Well, they're going for the comm. And that was a miserable failure. They really just didn't get through at all. And even if they had, he's got 20k on that comm. So, not a great snipe there. Wamu finishes a chicken, and that will come in just in time to get rid of these annoying Othams, the siege tanks. So hoover 3 of those up for free right at the start. That's great. And yeah, sending it straight into the crab might actually be a good call because at least the explosion will deal a whole bunch of damage. Standing there in sniper bot fire, on the other hand, is not such a great call. Oh no, it didn't quite get there. And the death just before the ball detonated as well meant that it did no damage. And now the lightning storm is going to wreak havoc everywhere, but it's not gonna prevent this army from. It's not going to kill off this army. Down here we've got a bunch of naval pressure from Team 2 now. They are, I would say, they are in command of the sea. Just a few battleships left, but they are dying. Banana is upgrading speed and range on the Cyber-Incom, which is unusual. That could potentially be for a snipe. I think the thing is keeping Team 1 in the game right now is that artillery that's actually doing some pretty good damage. There's a whole bunch of RAS boys here. But the artillery is doing a good job. It's really keeping them busy. Otherwise, these units would be probably moving in a bit more. I don't understand why all these sniper bots aren't just simply on an attack move. It's absolutely criminal. Come on, Team 2. End the game. End my suffering. I believe on you. The Scathis is almost done. It's nearly an hour has gone by. Poor King of Greece. He's on 300 eco. He's going to be finishing his Scathis an hour into the game. Team 2 still ahead by 500 eco. Banana is going for laser. So this is probably going to be a laser. Oh, no. Laser was immediately cancelled. So it's not. Laser was cancelled at 70%. My god. It's, I guess because the battleship started targeting. Harms in the sea is actually a pretty nice call. Harms. One Atlantis beats one Harms, but two Harms will destroy the Atlantis. So yeah, pretty nice. Building Harms is smart. Building torp launchers is terrible because there isn't a single unit here that will that they're effective against. They really need Harms to defend that. Just Harms creeping will be effective. The Harms are just going to kill the battle cruiser. They keep threatening the air here, and these banks, these blocks of Tech 2 PD seem to be fairly effective. Where's the nuke? Well, the nuke is loaded, but it's not firing. There's no target, so rushing the nuke was a bit pointless without a target. I mean, this is a pretty good target. Let's see where the anti-nukes are. I mean, this is a great target. Please kill the Scathers. Where's the anti-nuke? Well, there's one anti-nuke here. And there's one anti-nuke here. Which means this is a kill. This is the best place to land the nuke. I mean, come on, look at this. Boys, Scathis. Damn, son. Robot has finished a whole bunch of gunships. So the nuke is out. Where's that nuke going?
What the fuck?
Again, questionable nuke choice. Don't really know where the nukes are going in this game or why. That not it got one battleship there. Could have killed the Scathis. Decided to go for the one battleship instead.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Crab advancing here. The Scathis opens up. This surely will be it. There's almost nothing left. They've got so little base. They've got no naval yard. They've got all these mexes in their base that are kind of lost. This crab is about to suicide, I'm pretty sure. The only thing they've got keeping them in the game is a T3 artillery, but that's about to be hideously outgunned by a Scathis. Banana's twin disruptors not going to be able to deal with that. Oh, maybe with this extra one. The emissary is up. Another nuke is ready. I mean, they could literally nuke the Scathis right now. They're getting pummeled to death here. There's the nuke out. It is going after the Scathis. That's a great nuke. It could obviously be slightly targeted better to do a bit more damage to this or set some of these chain of reactions off, but this is a good nuke. This is the best nuke we've seen all game. Without a question of a doubt. There's the Scathis there, look. Here comes the nuke.
That's a lot of damage.
Great nuke to keep Team 1 in the game for just a bit longer. Strats come in. Where did they go? They went for the they went for an air HQ? Oh my god, why? You could have killed the... Oh, he's actually got shield, but you could have killed the anti-nuke at least. Actually, they don't have a nuke left. Then just hold on to the strats until you can do something good with them. Or go for robots comm. It's under, what, one shield? You could have actually killed this. Another chicken versus crab fight here. Walking into Fatboy fire, but a secondary crab will even that up. Looks like they're going to walk. This crab is going to walk into the lightning storm. Not particularly smart. A robot space is getting absolutely annihilated. Look at this. Of course, annihilated means reduced by 25% in size. I would say that's accurate, although it's probably going to be a little bit worse by the time the battleships have finished. Look at this enormous firing battery here of battleships. So many battleships. That poor Cybran base. And if that wasn't bad enough, here come the strats. Where are the strats going? What's with that stop command? Oh my god, they started attacking the ship. Oh my god, why?
Stop it. Get some help.
They've thrown away like 60 strats so far. Absolutely painful. Nuke launcher here that's not loaded, about to get riggedy wrecked. Comrade Striker is trying to run for his life, but he keeps getting stuck on his own base.
Hey, Morty, Jessica, what's up? Check out the new dance I made up. It's called, Ooh, Let Me Out. Let me out. Let me out. I'm begging for help. I'm screaming for help. Please come let me out.
But on the other side of the map, as we can see, the artillery is crushing Yo in the back in his base here. It's really desperate stuff. It's really hard to see. Yo takes a hit to the face. Oh my god, right in the chops there. Banana takes out the highest rated player with an artillery shell from the other side of the map. Where is that going? This would be a great... They could potentially kill him right here. They could kill Tony with an edge nuke. But instead it's going for Nizar's base, and he's just completed a Yelona Os. Nizar's base gets wrecked. I need to redraw all the nuke things because they're all out. And suddenly the game, oh, it's still lost though, surely. Oh, another disruptor goes down. The emissary looks like it's going to go down as well. Just this shield is the only thing holding it up. Banana starts laser. Yeah, that's the desperation move there. And that's going to be all she wrote for the T3 artillery on the field. And look at all these millions of engineers rushing past the mexes here. Hello, engineers, do your job. Mexes are a thing. They're all just partying past the mexes that are free. And this base is toast. There's a lot of reclaim right here. 200k's worth. But map control is looking absolutely dire for our Team 1 up here. We're talking about 15% at most. GC started in the base. I mean, I guess you could just walk it straight across the ocean. There's solaces here waiting for it to snipe, but they kind of shoot everything away from the sea, so that's not really going to work out. Are these gunships? Crab just dying to Fat Boy fire here. And a huge bank of artillery planned. The lower level players really do love their nice PD drawings. And Obese King of Greece looks like he might be about to get sniped by a nuke here. Yes, I think he is.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Ooh. Well, we have to ask if that's really, if that was the best plan. Obviously, he is the lowest rated player. But that does leave two. I mean, I don't think they can win on eco. They really do have to go for the snipe. So there's nothing wrong with using their nuke on that. Banana has finished the teleport and the laser. Everyone seems to be a team assisting here. So this could be the most epic snipe if they can come back from this. I mean, naval control is just disgusting. They're desperately trying to keep the shields up, but it's not really working. Got SACU, engineer SACUs desperately trying to make artillery in the open against an enormous navy, which is never going to work. Nizar's doing Tech 2 at an hour and 5 minutes. This is an interesting choice. I guess he probably just queued up T2, T3 and a whole bunch of other stuff. Teleport at 50% now for Banana. And this cliff might actually be MVP. Because it does look like the navy down there can't shoot over it unless it's with the missiles. The nuke is reloading. It's got 500,000 mass killed. Look at this nuke. Wow. You wouldn't give that. You wouldn't have guessed that, despite the with the first sort of 5 or 6 nuke launches of the game, would you? So let's see our opponent's anti-nukes. We've got one here, and that's all she wrote. For the top team, well, the top team don't have an anti-nuke because they don't have much of a base left. So many solaces. Why are you building solaces? Your opponent has nothing in the navy yet. They've got no navy at all. Doesn't make any sense. These were solaces that died here. Why are there solaces at the land at the front? Just reclaim them for mass. GC moving out across. It's just going to walk straight into the base. That's a good decision. There's another one already here. Wait, did Banana go? Banana did go! Oh my god, and I missed it.
We have to go back!
Here we go then, Banana Telly's in. One last roll of the dice for Team 1. Targeting Nizar's comm with that laser beam to the face. He goes down. Starts working on the air grid. But those Ravagers are going to do their work. Banana is out of the game there. Banana does the self-sacrifice there. And this is now a 3v1. The artillery here just sneakily shooting over the cliffs. A crab is actually pretty good, but against battleships, crabs are great on defense, but this just isn't. This one just won't be effective. They're getting moved in on by all sides. They really are losing everywhere. All Tony really has to do, we should be rooting for Tony. He is the lowest ready player. All he has to do is keep up the pressure, keep moving his units in, keep his comm safe. His comm is now in the water. That's a pretty good choice. He's got a whole bunch of SAMs. As long as he keeps his anti-nukes loaded, which they are, I think he's going to be pretty untouchable here. He just has to, he doesn't need to rush this. He can nuke. I think a nuke would be a good choice. GC going down here by the looks of things. No, it took out the fat boy, so now we've got T2 gunships, and Tony is going to have to look after air as well, obviously. So if he's not used to handling air, he will. There's a whole bunch of solaces, so many solaces. They could snipe. They could win the game. No, he saw the solaces. He didn't see the solaces. He's going after the gunships. A big air fight starts. There's ASF all over the base. I think they're going to find the solaces. They do find the solaces. Oh no. He YOLO'd them in, but it's too late. Nuke comes in. That's going to get shot down. That's a good try. The solaces are still actually going to be quite close. Still 4 solaces up. They lost target though due to having no spy plane. Totally not a robot died. I missed that. Well, what's happening in the base for Team 1? The GC has made landfall and it's strolling in, look. Tony here is of course overflowing. A small 700 mass, but we will ignore that for now. It's just stomping its way around like a giant Godzilla in Tokyo. A nuke goes off in the background. You can see Striker is running away here, but it looks like it looks like Totally Not a Robot has forgotten about his comm here, and he's about to get trodden on. He is trying to run, but you can't leave. He's gonna get beamed to death. Tony there with a great pick-off takes out the highest rated remaining player. There's a chicken walking into the sea, but that's really not going to work out very well against a navy like this. It's just too much. I think it will get value, but I can't see it changing the outcome. If you are Team 1 right now, you've got to be thinking snipes all day. The situation is desperate. GC versus GC in the middle. One of them is damaged already and walking the wrong way, and they're both very confused. Oh. So you can see that the second team is trying to assist. Oh, that chicken walked all the way here and then died. So they have to try something. I mean, the GCs are starting to walk in. The land spammers started. This is going to die as well. Air is lost. Navy is lost. It's time for a desperate snipe. Can you go splash gun and telly, says Striker. Yeah, I guess that's not such a terrible idea. You might as well, but he's in the water, so... And I don't think you can take out both of these anti-nukes. One here, one here. I mean, if you sniped this one, Sure, but look at the Ravagers are all pointing here ready. Oh, there's no way you're getting it. There's no way. We're an hour and 10 minutes in, and everyone's in kind of the same time zone, which means these players are now playing at 2 and 3 in the morning. Team 1's map control bubble is ever shrinking. We are down to probably about, oh, I don't know, 10% of the map now. Big scout wave. They need to see that his comm is in the water. He's untouchable right now, but for some reason he's heading back into the base. That's an unusual decision.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
He's got a chicken for defense. He's got Ravagers everywhere. He's got anti-air all over the place. This is probably one of the hardest people to snipe ever. I mean, he's got so much between him and you. It's difficult to see how you could do anything with it. This artillery war is just a losing battle forever. They do have that nuke left, but I just can't really see any way to use it effectively that would end the game. Still Solace is in the base. Building strat bombers. Good decision. All the ASF parked up here though. Getting shot by artillery. More scouts coming through. Where is this going to go? Well, let's have a look. Surely this is the last roll of the dice for Team 1. They are losing everywhere. Where is it going? Well, he's tellying next to the comm, it seems. Pretty good choice, I'd say. Here we go then. This is going to be Whamu's telly. He's been throwing shade in the chat all game. Let's see what he can do. Well, he's here. He's targeting the comm. He's getting good damage, actually. Yeah, those Ravagers just turned him into Swiss cheese. And we're down to a 1v1 at an hour and 14 minutes. F's in the chat for Whamu there. That was a glorious but short-lived attempt. And he immediately starts shield, which is going to make him even more tanky. There's a Tsar coming in, but there's so many ASF that if it's ever seen, that's never going to work. Shield field starting as well. Wait, there's another teleport. That's an Aeon SACU teleporting in. If only they'd synced them up and they'd arrived together, they would have had a chance. But now there's a shield on top. So it's going to be one last desperate attempt here. In comes the Aeon boy. Shield field actually completes. So he's got 30. This is 50,000 hit points he's got on this comm. It's very, very tanky. In comes the shield boy from the SACU. I just don't think it's going to be up. What? There's a strat bombers. The strat. The strat bombers killed him. His own bombers killed him. Oh, would the Tsar have gotten there as well? Maybe it would. His own strat bombers killed him. Oh my god, why? That's absolutely disgusting. And look how much of the map they had left. Poor Tony. He strat bombs himself to death, and Team 1, despite having no map control and no resource, they were down like 3-1 on income. They take the win. Let's check our scores. Look at that banana smoothie with 3 kills. What an absolute savage. Tony here with 3. You know, I actually think that just about everybody could get a Derp award for this. I mean, I just stood in enemy gunfire and died. Psycho went balls deep trying to chase Nizar and killed himself. King of Greece was building template Tech 2 power in the middle of the map while stalling energy. That was terrible. Then he built a Scathis outside of nuke defense. Banana Smoothie couldn't work out how to get the destroyers onto the beach. Robot deleted all his own mexes and then died to a GC. Tony, what's Tony doing? Oh, yeah, he was building solaces when there were no naval units or anything in the water, and then he stratted himself. Which of those is the worst? I will let you decide, but for now I'm going to give my Derp award to Totally a Robot for deleting all his own mexes. That's just an absolute classic. He's never going to live that down. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a comment, let me know what you enjoy so I know what to make more of, and until next time I will leave you with discount keyboard back. Wait, keyboard back? What the fuck?